welcome. This is Flosstube number 20, and this is Heidi's Homemade. I'm Heidi, hello. And, yeah, I've got a few things to show you guys today. I have some almost fully finished. I have some finishes. I have, do I have new starts? I'm not sure if I have any new starts. I think I finished my new starts. Um, and then I have a couple whips to show. I have a little bit of haul. I have a couple quilts. Um, and I have a new project. So, all right. Um, let's see. I finished my fourth class. I am now in my fifth class. I did the first round of background checks and fingerprinting and all that stuff for my student teaching stuff. So I've been busy with that and busy with school stuff. Let's see. I've been driving because I drive for FFO, which is like a medical Lyft, Uber type of thing. But it's through like insurance, so the people who get the rides don't pay for it. It's through their insurance. Let's see. I got my sewing machine back, which is why I have a couple fully finishes to show you, and a new project. So we'll talk about that when I get there. Which was actually that was really kind of weird because I went to the place where I was having my sewing machine serviced, and they're like, okay, let me go check and see if it's ready or whatever. And it was ready, and I'm like, nobody called me, nobody, like, I had no idea that it was ready. Is that how you normally do things? Like, wouldn't you want the people to come in and get their things? But it was ready, so whatever. And it's running just fine. I've sewed with it several times now since I've gotten it back, and it seems to be working just fine. I've punched in a couple of specialty things, and it's been working just fine. It's definitely cleaner than what it was, and that's honestly the whole point of taking it, was because I'm pretty sure that I have sewn probably 60 quilts on that thing and never had it cleaned, which, but I was good about taking like the stuff apart and cleaning it myself. I've just never had it professionally cleaned. So I got that back. That's probably the biggest thing that I like, life stuff going on right now, other than school stuff. All right, so let's just get into stuff. So the first thing I'm going to show you is fully finished, almost, like so close to being fully finished, and that is these guys. So these are the pin pillows that I have shown recently, and sorry, my neighbors are walking by and talking. So on these, the only thing I have left, because I wanted to try it instead of doing the sew seam, I did it the part where you like cut open the back. I just need to get some fusible interfacing or whatever, so I can iron on a piece to go on the back. But what I did is I got the closest thing I could find in my area, honestly, to like a Civil War reproduction print, because that's what I was really looking for to go with these pin pillows, because I thought that would really set it off. But I didn't want to go, because I couldn't find anything that would like be matchy. So I decided to go with this one that has the reddish background and the blue kind of berries on it, because I thought that looked really nice with the blue in the stitching. And I think that with the other two colors that I have for the other two sets of these, I think that it's going to look really nice because they're all in that kind of that brown kind of tone. So I think it's going to look pretty. But yeah, so I got all of those stitched up and made into pillows. And this is actually the basket that I'm going to display them in when I have all of them done. So I just kind of have them tossed in there right now. Not super pretty, but they're all in there, and they're all little pillows. And I don't know, maybe when I get all the 3 sets done, maybe at that point I might decide to put a little extra bling onto them. But I actually just kind of like them the way they are, which is the way the fabric is. They don't really need to be super fancy, but I think they're going to look really cool when they're all in there and looking pretty. And at some point I will probably, because what I'm thinking is I'm going to clear out this cubby right here and put this basket in there, like up so that it can be seen on my videos. Because right now I haven't rearranged much in my room because I haven't really had a need to, I guess. I just kind of grab things as I need them and move things around. But I'm thinking about rearranging some of the stuff to make it a little more pretty back there. Okay, so those are my just about fully finished items this time. So I do have, excuse me, I just have like a hiccup. I have a couple, what is it called? Staffs where you start and finish. So I have a couple of those, and the first one I'm going to show you, and I showed both of these on my last video. I actually just watched my last video so that I could confirm what I talked about in my last video. So this one is in its True Love is the name of this pattern. It's a more Vera, and it's True Love is the name of it. And this is Crochet a Go-Go. And when I posted this on Insta, she actually tagged me and put me in a reel, or put my picture in a reel. So that was kind of fun. I was like, she just tagged me. So it came out super cute. It's on a scrap piece of 18 count smoke from Vintage Needle Arts on Etsy. And in person, the white that you see going around it pops a little bit more. So yeah, it looks good like that. But those little birds, they're so cute. This was really cute. I really like the way that this came out. And this, I don't know. I'm probably gonna flat mount this one onto something. Because I think I want to make it, because at some point I am going to bring my pencil tree in here, and I'm thinking it's going to go in this general area that I can display all my little smalls on when I get that done. But I need to do a little bit of rearranging because I have like 2 feet of space all the way across this wall that are taken up with like Rubbermaid storage totes that are taking up way too much space in my craft room. But I haven't gotten a new storage unit yet, and I'm not sure when that's going to happen, so I'm not sure when that's going to happen. The only other logical place that I could put a tree would be right here, and you wouldn't be able to see it, so that would kind of defeat the purpose, unless I rearranged the entire room, which could be a possibility at some point. But yeah, so that was a start and finish. I think I started this right after the video that I did. And I think this one took me, I want to say this one took me, sorry, there's a helicopter outside. I think 3 days. Because it is a little bit finicky because of the wide spaces between the colors. There's a lot of stopping and starting on it. So it did take a little bit longer to stitch. But it came out really pretty. I like it. I like the colors. I used all the call for colors. Okay, so there's that. And this one I have not pressed yet. But this one was supposed to be a fully finished. This one, I ordered the frame about a week before I finished it because I knew I was going to finish it by the time that the frame arrived, and I would have, and I did actually have it finished by the time that the frame was supposed to arrive. But Amazon has issues delivering to my apartment sometimes, and I had to file a thing and have them redeliver. So this one is The Witch's Song from Vintage Needle Arts, the same place I get the fabric, and the fabric is from there too. It's called Witch's Brew, and I used $3.19 for the color, and I think that it came out really, really nice. This took me, hang on, I can actually tell you, I have my spreadsheet pulled up here. This took me, this actually took me 11 days to finish. Of course, I wasn't working on it straight through, and I took some breaks doing other things, but it took me 11 days to finish that one. I think total it was really more like a week because I did not work on it straight through, but it came out really nice. And I ordered a 20 by 8 frame, so that will fit in there pretty much perfectly. So I won't have to do much to frame it. All right, so those are my two finishes, starts and finish. They were both new starts and finishes since my last video. So then, whips. I don't have a lot of whips because I finished the ones I was working on. So I have worked on this one a bit more. This one is To Plant a Garden by Forbidden Fiber Co. And I got the pattern and the floss kit from the attic the first time I went there. And I have done a bit more. So on this one, the last time I showed it, because I just watched the video, the last time I showed it, I had to here-ish done, so, and like to here-ish. So I added the rest of the top of the greenhouse and down and everything, and I added in the start of the greenery here. I did make a little bit of a mistake, which I'm going to point out, but then I'm not going to talk about it because I'm not changing it. So right here, I am one stitch off because it was supposed to go one over and down. So by the time that I saw it, I had already stitched the rest of this. So in order to fix that, I would have had to pull out all of this and to here in order to fix that. And no, not going to happen. And looking at the pattern, you really wouldn't notice it. It doesn't interfere with anything. So yeah, it's just going to stay that way. And I'm going to know it's there, and you guys are going to know it's there. But yeah, whatever. I don't frog unless I absolutely have to, and I don't find that a necessity. opacity on this piece. But otherwise, it's coming together pretty good. This is on 18 count smoke from Vintage Needle Arts on Etsy. And the floss is the called for floss from Forbidden Fiber Co. And these are the flosses. The only one that I'm a little bit nervous is this one that is going to blend in too much. But I have some other Forbidden Fiber Co. flosses that if this one, because it's really similar. It's just slightly darker, so I'll do a little bit and see if it shows up enough. If it doesn't, I might switch it to a different color from Forbidden Fiber Co. Because I used to get their the floss of the month, and so I have a bunch of their flosses. So I have options, but like looking at it, especially like in the daylight, because I stitch on this at night, because this is my living room stitch. When I'm sitting there watching TV or whatever, I pull this out and stitch on it. But that's where I'm at with that one. Then this one I showed last time, and this one is Haunted Mansion by Bendy Stitchy. This is the one that I'm doing as a start along with my Stitchy friend Melissa. And I'm sure she, every time I say that, because she watches my videos, every time I say that, she's probably like, but we started it together on Friday the 13th in January. And so, yeah. So I stitch on it. My goal is to stitch on it on Friday the 13th, or not Friday the 13th, on the 13th of each month, and give it like 2 days of love. That way I don't stitch it too much faster than what she's stitching it, and I don't know if she's been working on hers or not. We started at the same time because we actually worked on it together at our Stitchy meetup at our local library. Actually, it's not local to either one of us, honestly. It's not the closest one to either one of us, but that's where we have our meetings at. I'm using almost all the call for colors. The only change that I made was the white etoile. I could not find white, but I had 415 in my stash. So on the color that I chose, it looks really good. And it matches very well with the face and the moon and everything. So that's the only color change that I made. I am stitching on I cannot think of the name of this fabric. It is 18 count, and it is from Vintage Needle Arts. The last time that I showed you guys, and sorry, I'm trying to get it. Last time I showed it, I had the tree, all of this up here, because I'm doing like basically a page at a time. So I had all of this up here. I'm missing like one of these little guys over here, but I didn't want to cut a new piece of etoile until I needed to. And then I'm missing like part of another ghost hat, like in this area, that will be added when I get to the ghost in here. But I added more of the building over here since the last time. So more of the house is what I added. Because last time I showed it, I had extended the eave here and here and added the gray in. But I didn't have any of the green, the purple, or the purple, all of that. All that's new. Because it basically stops like in this general area at the page. I started doing it a page at a time, but at this point, I just kind of extended it to where it made sense. So there's that. There we go. I want to say that the name of this color is like mulberry wine or something like that. It's a really pretty purple, and it does not, and I don't know if you guys can see, but that black and that silver are, so the whole surrounding of the moon is étoile, and the black, all of this black is étoile. So it's the fuzzy, sparkly stuff, which is interesting to work with. Not sure I'm a fan, but I'm not that, like, it's not that I would never use it again after this project. I like it. I like the effect that it gives. It's just a little finicky. All right, so then the other one that I've worked on since my last video is Nevermore. By Lila Studio. There we go. This one I got as a full kit from Forbidden Fiber Co. So it has the Forbidden Fiber Co. flosses in it and fabric. And I believe that this is on 16 count. This one I work on when I'm getting ready to go to bed, honestly. I work on it in bed. And the last time I showed it, and this one I am almost completely doing a page at a time. So I finished the tree because I didn't quite have all the tree done. So I finished the tree and I started in on the words since last time. I had the little back of the raven and the fence. I think I might have added a couple stitches into the fence because I think it was not 100% done, but I'm not sure. I know I finished the tree, and I know that I added the start of the words. So that's what I've gotten so far on that one. And that's like one night of stitching. I haven't really been stitching on it. It was one night of stitching. And now that I'm looking at it, I'm like, I need to stitch on that some more. So there is that, and the colors for that are really pretty. These are the colors. I lose everything. And I don't know. It's not really coming across quite as bright because like this teal color is like super bright, and you're not seeing that, I don't think. All right. So those are all of my works in progress that I've worked on since the last video. Okay. So with that. So that was fully finishes, works in progress. I have a new start, but I can't show it. I'm doing a smalls exchange with Stitching with Sandy, and I don't know if the lady that I am partnered with, I don't know if she watched my videos, so I'm not going to show that, but I am working on a smalls exchange for her, and it's like a flower design. Once I get it finished and I have it mailed out, I will show you guys pictures of it so that you can see that. But that is it. I did cut up all of the fabric to do the rest of the pin pillows. So I have those ready to go when I decide to pick those up and start working on those again. Because I will do another set of 7 and then probably take a little break and then do another set of 7 and be done with them. So there will be 21 of those total. So I guess I will move on to haul. And then I will have a bit of future plans, and then we'll talk about quilts at the end. Okay, so let's see. The first thing I have is I got the next shipment of the February Floss Frenzy from Fat Quarter Shop, the Weeks Dye Works, and I have not actually used Weeks Dye Works. I have a few of them now, because this is the second set that I've gotten. So I have a few of them now, but I have not used them yet. And they are going in alphabetical order now. Let's see, this one is Baked Apple. Let me see. That's actually a little closer to True Color. So that is Baked Apple. And I'm sure you guys have seen these before. I'm sure more Flosstubers have ordered these and shown these. This is Aztec Red, which is a little more pinky. And then Autumn Leaves, which I really like. That one's pretty. This is Artichoke. It's like a pale green, like a spring pale green. This one is Arrowhead, which is like a beigey kind of color. And Aqua. And it's a little more green than what it's showing. It's showing really blue on my screen, but it has a bit more green in it in real life. So that is the collection for February. And I don't know if I said, I am filming this on 3/10, on Friday, 3/10, 2023. And I know that the other floss, I can't even think. The other floss one that I get is currently being mailed to me. Because one mails at the beginning of the month and one mails towards the end of the month. So that one is on its way to me. So on my next video, I will have a new floss one to show you guys. So let's see that guy. And then I have printed up. So I bought these online and I printed up some patterns. And the first one is Crochet Go-Go. And this is Love. This is the one with the flamingos on it. And I got this because I really like the fact that she uses 353 and it's 352. I am a fan of coral colors, and after I finished the other one, the True Love, this one, as you can see, this one has the similar colors in it. So I'm like, I already have the colors pulled. There's a few that I need to change because it doesn't have all the same colors in it, but I went ahead and ordered this one. And I don't have fabric yet. I'm thinking that I might, honestly, I'm not sure. It's either going to be on just white Aida, or I might go ahead and start cutting up one of the specialty ones. So that's a shelf full of specialty Aidas, like right there. Those are linens up there. So I don't know. I might choose something and start cutting it up. I don't know. I'm not sure what fabric I'm going to do it on. So yeah, but that one is going to be coming soon. Once I decide what fabric I'm going to use, that one will stitch up fairly quickly. I'm not really a Valentine's person though, so I don't know if I'm going to do the words, because it says like February and like Be Mine, Kisses, Valentine, Forever, and it has True and then Love. And it's got flamingos and hearts and a little cupid right there, and some flowers up here. but I'm not really a big Valentine's person, so I'm not sure I'm going to put the words on when I do it. But I think if I don't put the words on, I would probably figure out some kind of border, because I think it needs something along the border. But I might just do the words. I don't know. But it's cute. I like the little flamingos. And they're small, so it's not like there's like, boom, flamingos. But I like the color scheme. So I got that one. So, and then Kim, if you are watching, Kim, the contented needleworker, Kim, she's got Flosstube and she's on Instagram. She participates in a Stitchy Zoom that I am in with Stitching with Sandy, and we were talking about the Luminous Fiber Arts series of the little pin pillow thingies, and the newest one that they just came out with, which I'm trying to find, here it is, because I ordered a few. This one, Kim, I got it, so we can start it. Gathering Stitches is the newest one, and I told her I was going to wait until everything came back from market and order it, and she's like, oh, you can just go on and download it, and I'm like, I didn't think about that. So that's what I did, and I downloaded the ones I didn't have. So I have the Gathering Stitches, so I'm going to do this one first because I'm going to start it with Kim when she says that she's ready. So that one's probably going to be the first one that I do, and I think I might even do it on linen. I'm starting to get a little bit more comfortable working with linen. The small that I'm doing for the Smalls Exchange, that's on linen, and I'm fairly comfortable working with linen for small projects. I don't think I want to do anything like huge with linen yet, because it's hard to count that many stitches back and forth. But small stuff that, like, once you get something started, it's easy to like go off of. That stuff I'm doing pretty good with. So anyway, this one I'm going to start first, and I'm thinking I'm going to do linen. But whatever I decide to do, I want to have enough of the linen to do all of them. And I know I had ordered some linen to do the Gathering Honey and sorry, I had hiccups. Gathering Honey and the other one that I got, the Gathering Clover. But I might change my mind and go with a linen that I would have enough of to do all of the pieces in the same linen so that they would match, but I'm not sure. Because the colors aren't going to match. Because I'm not sure if I'm going to do them with the same colors that they have them, but I am going to do them all in a different color. So I got that one, which is Gathering Stitches, and this is Luminous Fiber Arts, and I downloaded this from their website. So I bought it from their website and downloaded it. So I got that one. I got Gathering Snowflakes. And that's the last of that one. So let me show you these because this goes with the same set. So then there's Gathering Acorns. And then there's one more. And Gathering Berries. And I actually like the colors that they chose. So I'm not sure if I'll find that particular color, but I might find something that's very similar in my stash, because I do have quite a bit of fancy flosses that I would be able to choose from. And I don't know if I'm going to do the buttons or not. I have to look. I used to have a rather large collection of buttons from my quilting days. But I'm pretty sure that those all were in storage. So now I think all I have are like bigger buttons from like my crocheting stuff, because I have like larger buttons for like making like towels and stuff. So the next one is Enchanted Quaker, from Luminous Fiber Arts. And this one I think is one of their newer ones, one of their new ones too. I can't remember. But I like the look of Quakers. And obviously it's a Halloween. But it's not, so it's like a sampler, but it doesn't have alphabet in it, which, yeah. Because, I don't know. If it has alphabet in it, I don't want to do it. I find it weird, but, you know, to each their own. But I do like, because it has Nevermore, and it has Who, it says Halloween, and it says Cauldron Bubble, and it's got Boo. So, it's cute. And depending on what kind of fabric I end up putting it on, I actually have a piece of like a darker, it's got browns and golds and like burgundies, I think, in it. And I was looking at it, and I think it might actually look kind of cool if I use that fabric, but do it in like white or like a beigey color to pop it off the fabric. I think that might look kind of cool. But I'd have to see if the fabric is a big enough size for this one. So that is that. And then that one's a big pattern, so I gotta get this back. Okay, so then new to me designer. This one is Stitch Sprouts on Etsy. And some of these I don't have the best picture, but I can show you the little picture here. So this one is, I love the smell of coffee and witchcraft in the morning. And so I got that one. I wish I could show you a bigger picture, but I don't have anything bigger. It didn't come with anything. So there's that one. And this one is from Stitch Sprouts. And this is Welcome to the Garden. So you can kind of see. I really like the colors because it's not like a traditional Halloween color. It's purples and teals. But I thought that fence was really cool. And it's not backstitched. It is cross-stitched. So I think that will be kind of fun to stitch. I think it'll be a nice school stitch while I'm doing school. It's a fairly big pattern though. It's, does it say on here? So on 18 count, it'll be just under 5 inches by 5 inches, which is probably what I'll end up stitching it on, is 18 count, because that's what I stitch most of my stuff on. Because 18 count is my favorite. And then this one is Under the Sanguine Moon. And that one's actually a fairly good picture. But you can see those purples and the teal coming across. It's a little bit blurry. There you go. That might be better. And I got this one first. This was the first one that caught my eye. And then I got the gate. And then I got the other one. Because we all know how much I like the witchy stuff and the Halloween type stuff. So that is there. I ordered these a while ago, and they shipped, and I ordered them. I can't think of the shop that I ordered them from. They have a shop on Etsy, but they're also a physical shop in Michigan. And they had the whole set of these. This is the Pansy Patch Quilts and Stitchery. This is the Houses on Peppermint Lane series, 1 of 9. And I saw these done together on one big piece, and the borders looked so cute together, and I really, really liked it. And I do understand that these are samplers. But I really like them. And as long as I don't like traditional samplers, I think that's pretty obvious. I don't like traditional samplers, but I do like portions of samplers. So I like these. So this is a 1, And this is the peppermint house. Let's see, there's that. And then this one is two. I think I put them in order when I took them out and looked at them. This is the gingerbread house. And it's got a little deer, and I think that's really cute. And this one is number 3. This is the sugar cookie house. And it's got little cookies going along the bottom of it. I think Vintage Country Mocha is what it's called for. Nope, they did the sample on Oaken by Picture This Plus, but I think I will probably do Vintage Country Mocha. Similar. This one is Tea House, and this is number 4. It's hard to see on that, but that house has blue in it. So like the roof, and there's like a little, I think it's supposed to be like icicles, honestly. But the roof up here is blue, and then there's blue right here, and then the rest is like a pinky color, it looks like. And then this one is number 5. This is the Cranberry House. And I like burgundies, so honestly, I like all colors. I think there's a place for everything. This one is the Pinwheel House. Look at the roof on that one. I think that's really cute. It reminds me of quilt blocks. This one is number 7. This is the Pomegranate House. And this one has like little bricks in the building. I don't know if you can see that. But there's spaces. It has like little bricks. This one is the Needleworker House. And honestly, I have not really seen these on Flosstubes much. I think I've only seen them maybe once. And I don't think I've ever seen them as a complete set. This one is the Christmas House. There we go. That's I guess the best I can do with the package still on it. And that's number 9. So it would be 3 by 3. I haven't decided 100% yet. I think I'm going to work out the dimensions and see if it's a feasible thing to do them all as one big piece. Because then I also have to figure out where am I going to put it once I get it done. Is it going to be too big to fit on a wall reasonably or whatever? Otherwise, I'll do them as little pillows. But I also have I've started collecting the, I don't know what it's called. It's the autumn one. It's got like the butternut house and the acorn house and stuff. I can't think of the name of the series. But I've started collecting those as well. And I plan on doing those as pillows. Or at least individual. And then this one I was planning on doing all as one big piece. But it depends. They are 5.5 by 5. So that would be pretty big. Math is not my friend right now. I'm not a math person to begin with, but I'm struggling to think of what that size would be. Just the stitched area. I guess that wouldn't be that bad, because that would be, like, the finished size would be, what, 15 by 15-ish? So, say, rough size 20 by 20. Wouldn't be that outrageous? I don't know if I would do it on linen. The pillows I plan on doing on linen, but they're small enough that I would feel okay doing it on linen. But if I did one big piece, I think I would do it on Aida, because it would just be so much easier to count and be accurate. Then I got a few pieces of fabric from my Vintage Needle Arts on Etsy. So I got some Aida, This one is called Pixie Dust, and I think my light will help with this. I'm going to leave it on. This one is 18 count, and it is a 15 by 18. And this one is, it's really washed out. I don't know. It's really hard to see. But it is basically a blend of pinks, of like pastel colors. It's like a blend of pinks and blues. There's a little hint of green in there and some purple. But it's like a really soft blend of pastels. And I thought it was kind of pretty. So I ordered a piece. I'm just kind of collecting, and this is the back. You actually can see the back a little bit better. You can kind of see the splotches. So imagine that softened on the front. But I'm kind of collecting because I have noticed when I'm getting ready to kit things up that sometimes the only thing I'm missing is that right fabric. So I've been kind of collecting different fabrics. I've got like all the DMCs, whether I take the time to pull them out of my extra stash in the cases over here, or I change it for a different color of DMC. But I have like all the DMCs, so that isn't a problem. I've got a bunch of fancy flosses now, but the fabrics I don't have a ton of, and I keep I keep my Ada rolled for the most part, and then the ones above that, like I said, are mostly linens. And I'm thinking of finding a way to display those better so that you can actually see them in the background. This one is also 18 counts, and this one is called Bluebird. And this is, again, a 15 by 18 piece. And it just kind of looks like a blue sky. It's got a little bit of a cloudy, kind of splotchy kind of effect. But I thought that it was a very nice kind of subtle blue-gray color. It looks a little bit more gray on the camera from what I can see. So it's a little bit more blue than what it seems to be coming across as. And like I said, that one is 18 count. Then I have never gotten any of her linens. So I thought I would try some linen. One is a hand-dyed and one is not. I shouldn't say that. I think I ordered, it wasn't a hand-dyed linen from her. I think it was like a white Schultz or something. But it wasn't a hand-dyed. So I definitely wanted to try a hand-dyed linen to see what the difference was. And I haven't opened this yet, so I'm not sure what it's going to look like on like the wrong side of the fabric. If it's going to be the same as like the Ada. So this one is Black Magic, because Black Magic is actually like probably my favorite color that she does. This is much lighter than the Black Magic on the Ada. The Ada is like almost black. It's like got almost like a pinky undertone of black. This is the linen version, and this is 36 count linen, and this is a 13 by 18 piece. And this is Black Magic, which I think would be a really pretty, like, it's very subtle. It's not as Halloween-y as the Black Magic is in the Ada. But I think it's a very nice tone. I like it. And the back, this is what the back looks like. And you can clearly tell the difference between the front and the back, which I like because sometimes it's really hard to tell which one is supposed to be which. So that is a 13 by 18 piece of Black Magic in 36 count linen. That actually, I'm looking at this and I wonder if this would look good with like gathering berries in that like burgundy color. That might look really sharp with that, this grayish tone. Okay, so I will put that back in this bag later because it did not roll as tight. Then this is the last piece of fabric that I ordered, and this is not one that is hand dyed. This is just a piece of Zweigart, and this one is a 40 count. This is 13 by 18 as well, and this is a 40 count in apricot is the name of this one. And let me see. It's coming across way lighter than what it really is. Not sure. It's a very peachy, pinky kind of color. Yeah, there you go. That looks better. It's still a little bit darker than what it's coming across. It's kind of skin tone. I didn't have any particular project in mind for this. I just thought I would try it. I have 2 or 3 pieces of 40 counts now, so. But yeah, I didn't have anything like specific in mind for that. I honestly don't know why I picked that particular color. So then I have one thing of Stitchy Kindness. So this was given to me by my boyfriend's mom, and it is a Leisure Arts booklet thing from 1989, and it has a bunch of here we go. It has a bunch of little patterns in it, like little quilty motifs. I actually really like this Victorian dress. There's a couple on here, honestly, that I would probably stitch. So I was like, okay, cool, I'll take it. She said she was cleaning out a closet and came across it, and I was like, okay. But yeah, it's from 1989, so it's definitely a vintage. There's some cute little things in here though. I like this little the little crock with the flowers coming out of it. To do some smalls. I think that it would be kind of cute. But yeah, she gave that to me a couple weeks ago when we were car shopping for my boyfriend. So, and yes, he did buy a car. But yeah, so, and it's got a wedding ring quilt on the front there. So, I think, okay, so then I just have upcoming projects. And then we'll talk about a couple quilts and upcoming projects. So I just got my sewing machine back, right? And so I did have a small basket. It was up here behind my my thread rack.